Well, welcome back, and now I'm going to be someone totally different than you're used to. I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to show you section by section, bit by bit, the ins and the outs of how to filter and how to make an RO system. This will be spread out over 3, maybe 4 sections, so I won't bore you too much. Each one will be about 20 minutes, 25 minutes long, and I'll give you as much information as I can. Please comment in the comments below, and I'll get back to you, explain anything that you're not sure about. So, without further ado, hold on to your hats, because it's a coming. So, as you can see, I'm going to be using a vane pump with the coffee machine valve on the end, made by FILTERATION. First solenoid that takes the water from the pond, so that allows the water into the system. Up into the inlet there, as you can see, in and out, can't go wrong. And that valve will regulate the pressure. And you see the pressure gauge is going to go in between there and my first cartridge. So what I'm using is a trusty square. I'll set that on the edge of the board so that everyone to the bracket. Yeah, so that goes to the bracket. I'll do that all the way up so that they're all dead in line. Yeah, so I'll spin you back in a minute when I've fixed those 2 brackets all the way up. So, as you can see, first hole has been drilled. Now I'll take my tape measure from the bottom out to the hole and drill another hole over there in line with that one to take the other bracket. So they're going to be 150 centres. You can see from there to there is 150 millimetres. So I'll set that holes 150 millimetres apart, same distance from the bottom up, and then keep them all running in line, as you'll see. And drill another hole. Dead in line. And I know I can set them all the same now, so I know that's that one, and I know the others are all 375. Let's fix them ones down using a 20mm screw, posi head. And the trusted DeWalt drill. The choice of champions. I'm not sponsored by them, but if they want to sponsor me, I'll have some of that. So that's those two fixed. I'll show you how to put these together a bit later. But anyway, they're going to be fitting in. Pushing like so, like so. So I know that's pretty good now. Well, these pretty tight together. So if I actually see how I want them. About that far apart. Get on there, get my middle. I know that's middle now, take that away. Put that back on there. And drill my hole. I'll get that. I'll put that on there. At the back of here, I'll just draw a little mark. So you see, I'll put a pencil mark on there. When I set that between the two, I'll move that over to there. And transfer my mark onto there. Superb. And as we say, 375 apart. That's for 375. Put my drill bit on there. Bang on anyway. Drill it out. And again, 20mm screws. Now I've got that mark, I can just do it at the end. Approximately there. Approximately there. Like that. And that's got brackets. Two more brackets. Here we go again. 375. the hole again. And we fix 20mm screws again. See, they only have one screw fixing these. Personally, I'd like to have them to have two to keep them a bit straighter, but that's how they're designed. Push them in. There we go again, all nicely in line. And then the final one. Somewhere out there, somewhere out there. That one will be 375. Two more brackets, which are on there, funnily enough. Centre of there. Centre of there. And that is all of these. A nice line all put together. Right, here we go. These pumps, they're called vane pumps. Basically, that grips onto that and just turns at high pressure, so you get a lot more force. Just one moving part, not like other pumps where they've got like something that spins in them of some description, whatever it is, you know what I mean, like vanes or anything like that. This is just one single one. Yeah, so they're like bulletproof. I'll show you the wattage on it. It's a lot of watts, but we will break that down. So it's 245 watts. I will be putting a plug on this, I'll show you later. One of the vary plugs that will reduce that right down. So I will be nowhere near 245 watts, but this only kicks in probably 4 or 5 times a day. I'll have it kicking in for an hour each time. So it's not like it's going to break the bank, but if you're going to be fitting this, then you shouldn't be worrying about power anyway. It's expensive enough to run without that worry. Yeah, so that anyway comes with 4 holes. There, there, and there. That I'm going to bolt through or put screws and washers on. Probably bolt that through so it's nice and sturdy onto this board. By the way, this board's just ply, painted grey to match the filter house, because that's all going to be grey. And this is the Fluidotech, as you can see. Yeah, basically these are our coffee machines. So this is when you go to like Costa Coffees and so on in the garages and places like that. This is what powers it. This is what pushes the water through the coffee. Yeah, so amazing it takes that much pressure. There are 3/8 fitting, so they're 3/8. So the 3/8 male fittings, as you can see, in and out, as I said a minute ago, and actually regulating valve there. So, and that simply just slots on. So it's quite an easy one to do. Let me just put it on a tripod and I'll show you. Right, so that slots into that groove. So as you can see, into that groove there. And then what you do is, while you've got that, it's got threads on the back of that one, as you can see. Get that over there. It's a bit tricky. Into there. Once you've got that on there, do it up. You can't get it wrong. It's basically impossible. And that needs to be sitting, so I want to keep that there because the ball's going to, when the ball's on the wall, I want them facing upwards so I can get to that valve. So that's going to regulate the pressure. So once you get it where you want it roughly, tighten that up. I suggest you just tighten it all the way down so the clamp's fully tight. That's it. Simple as. Right, back to these. Obviously, caps off. I'm using the 3,000 gallons per hour. I'll put on a link where you get these on my, not on my channel, but you can get in touch with me at a later date. I'm going to have everything available. I'm going to have a list of it that you can get from me. Anyway, little tip. Obviously you've got to push this in here. Good old Vaseline. Already done it with this one. Just around the tip of there, rub it round it. If you don't do that, these are impossible, nigh on impossible to get in and out. So once you've got that on there, honestly, it just pushes in just like that, and then straight in. Yeah, bit of a push. If you ever need to get them out as well, little trick. They have a hole in the side of these. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little hole there. Just push it like that. Yeah, and that pulls it forward. Yeah, and then you can just pull them out. So there you go. Once they've been in once, like that, pretty easy to do. And then the top, we've got the 3/8 fittings. Again, always got to put a bit of Vaseline around them. Help seal it as well. Just a touch around it. Don't need a lot. Wipe it around like that. It just pushes in so much easier. Right in. There we go. Then we have a retaining clip. Your blue retaining clip. You can see. I'll go around there. Move that around a bit. There's your slot. Have that bit facing up so you can get it off easy. Basically just slot it in like that. Done. And that stops it pulling out. Screw it up. And we've got a special tool for them as usual. They send you one with each one. I don't know why they do. Probably a bit easier just to release this off. Yeah, and then just tighten them up. Once tight, back in there. That can all move freely, as you can see. Save that for a special occasion. And there we go. So easy to do. I've already done that one earlier, so that's already in. You can put a little bit of Vaseline around these as well. Sometimes it helps with seal a bit better. These are brand new, hopefully they won't need it, but maybe when you replace them, but you can buy all these replacement bits anyway. And these cartridges, I mean the cheapest chips, so it's quite easy to buy a whole new replacement. Again, it's a 2-hand job, put that down. And that's tight. So there you go, it's that easy. One more membrane to go in, can't remember which one it is. Still got that one to do obviously, so I shall put that one in and then we should look at fixing that to the base.